Barcelona have won the Spanish Super Cup. Wonderful game of football, 4 goals in the first half, evenly spread. This the opener, Glenn, scored by Rafinha.
Yeah, fabulous. He had a fabulous game, he really did. Every time he was on the ball, he just missed the sitter as well, just before that. But as soon as he gets 1v1 here, it's about shifting the ball there. He knows exactly what he's doing there. He's just shifted it to the left. He knows the defender has got to put his foot out to try and block the shot, but he swivels back, it goes right through his legs to that bottom corner. No goalkeeper in the world can save that.
This, as we went into added time at the end of the first half, it is simply Vinicius Junior at his best, individual brilliance.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, Pedri comes from the wrong side here. He should have been on the inside of Koundé to cover him, actually, but it's individual flair, it's individual brilliance. You know, when he picks the ball up, you're thinking, well, there's no danger for a goal here. How's he going to score from there? But my word, little nutmegs, comes inside, has the pace to get on the other side of him, just shifts the ball inside, and there, takes it so quickly. Garcia can't make any save. He just sort of stabs it out, doesn't he? It's a brilliant goal, it really is, and he looked lively all night. For somebody that had gone 16 games without a goal, he looked good.
And then almost immediately, Barcelona reply. Lewandowski with just the sort of finish we've seen from him so many times over the years.
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, this is what he's all about, isn't he? Look, little scoop, little smile on his face as the ball's going in off the inside the post. And there's his manager, absolutely delighted, and rightly so, because they bounce back so quickly. What they couldn't do is hold on again, because Real Madrid showed great character. And it's a really clever goal. He does really well, Garcia. He's falling backwards, he's under immense pressure, manages to keep it under that bar and hits the bar and goes in. A better finish, actually, when you look at it again. Rafinha jumps extremely well, gets a little touch, stops the ball from going in first and foremost, but there's the finish. Hits the underside of the bar and in. And we had a real game on, and that changed everything for the half-time talk for Xabi Alonso. It really did, because as a football match, Barcelona the first half were absolutely brilliant, outplayed Real Madrid.
It was just carnage, wasn't it? Footballing carnage at the end of that first half.
Yeah,
so
had everything, didn't it? Had
yeah.
everything. It really did.
And the game settled in the end by a deflected goal.
Yeah, it was. I mean, this is, and they suddenly got the possession again, and they upped it in and around the penalty area. That's their little signal. That area of the pitch is when they go into another gear. They go through the gears, and everything's quicker. And there's a big deflection here. Courtois, you see him it's falling down to as if it's going to go in the bottom corner. There's the 1-2, quick feet. There he slips as well. There's the deflection of Asensio. It just catches his foot here. There you go, little touch. He slips, but he gets a shot in with his right foot, and that's the reason why the ball's gone high in the net, and Courtois is down on the ground, expecting that shot to be coming, so he pushes it round the post. But it was a little bit fortunate, but there you go.
This the red card. I think at first maybe wondered if it was a bit harsh, but when you see from another angle, whilst maybe you could question the force, it is high.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, because when I saw it, I thought it was a silly tackle. But you see Mbappe working back here on young Yamal, and here he comes, a little step over that I think actually does De Jong. It confuses him a little bit, but he slides in, and once you slide in, you're out of control. And I think that's what the referees looked at. And in the first position here, it doesn't really catch the ball, and he catches Mbappe first. And I think in the end, that's probably the right decision. When you look at it like that, it's more difficult in slow motion. It looks worse, but I think it was a good decision in the end. And
added time, deep into added time. We wondered if they'd get a chance, Real Madrid, to equalise. They didn't have one, they had two. Both fell to defenders, though. The first to Carreras.
Yeah, Carreras there, he's in the penalty spot. What a chance. It really, I think it's a little bit in between his feet, you know. And he's left-footed. He wants it on his left foot. He's got time, but he can't really open his body up to get it into that bottom corner. And then Courtois, they send the goalkeeper up, everything, throwing the kitchen sink, everything. There's the chance, and he's got to do better. Asensio's got to do better. He's above it. He can actually see the open space in the corner where it needs to go, but it goes straight down Garcia's. But, you know, they've a really good team that's functioning well with clarity, with the creativity. Not sure about the glasses. Rafinha there. It's not that bright over there, surely.
He was just given the MVP award. You can see he's clutching there. Joan Laporta looked pretty emotional there as he hugged Hansi Flick. And what a good appointment Flick has been.
He certainly has, hasn't he? Of course he has. You've got to, you know, Barcelona or Real Madrid, you've got to bring trophies in, and he's certainly done that. But I like the way that they're playing. I mean, they're a football side. They've got wonderful players, but they've got a team structure about them, and they've got that swagger now, and they've got bench changes. They've got players that can come on from the bench, and actually the 9 out of 10 performance that they were reaching, certainly in the first half, it's not going to dip down very much from there. So they're going to be contenders for the Champions League. There's no doubt about it. It depends domestically if they can wrap up. They've wrapped up this trophy. Can they wrap up La Liga early in the season, as early as they can, so they can concentrate on the Champions League?
So now just the trophy presentation to come. He certainly played a huge part again tonight, with Rafinha having scored twice in last season's Super Cup final. He's repeated the feat. They, as a team, have repeated the feat. This is a really impressive group of players, led by a fantastic coach. They hold every single domestic honour in Spanish football, and as Glenn says, the target now for the club clearly will be the Champions League. That's the big one that they really want. Hard for the Real Madrid president there, Florentino Perez, to watch on as the Barcelona players are given their medals. Araujo returning from injury tonight, and now ushered over towards the trophy. This is what it's all been about. The Spanish Super Cup to be presented to them now. Not since 2011 had a team retained this trophy, but Barcelona have done it tonight. They are the 2026 Spanish Super Cup winners. And what a game we've seen tonight in Jeddah. Fantastic entertainment, but it's Barcelona who prevail and retain their trophy. So Barcelona the winners here, but there's lots more live football to look forward to on TNT Sport.